Welcome back to Cultivar Home and Garden. If your hydrangeas bloomed beautifully one year and gave you nothing but green leaves the next, this video is for you. And if you've been blaming the winter frost, the soil, or just bad luck, I'm here to tell you that the real culprit was something that happened the previous August. Something quiet, something invisible, and something completely preventable. Let's talk about the August rule. Right now, in August, your hydrangeas look tired. Faded blooms, wilting leaves, the whole plant signaling that the season is over. That assumption is the single most expensive mistake in hydrangea care. While the plant appears to be resting, it is actually doing the most important work of the entire year. Inside those stems, in the joints where each leaf meets the branch, your hydrangea is manufacturing tiny, invisible flower buds, next June's blooms. What you do or fail to do in this exact window determines whether you will have a garden full of flowers next summer or a perfectly healthy green bush with not a single bloom on it. This is what makes hydrangea care so uniquely frustrating. The gap between the cause and the consequence is 10 months long. The damage happens in August. The heartbreak arrives in June. And in between, there is an entire winter to blame. The frost, the soil, the variety, when the real problem was a dry August you simply didn't notice. In August, you are not caring for this year's plant. You are paying in advance for next year's flowers. Every decision you make this month, watering, pruning, fertilizing, is a deposit or a withdrawal from next June's display. Keep that thought with you for the rest of this video.
Before we go any further, there is one thing you must know, because not all hydrangeas follow the same rules, and getting this wrong is just as costly as not caring at all. The varieties that bloom on what we call old wood, meaning stems that grew the previous year, are the ones that need your full attention right now in August. These include big leaf hydrangea, Hydrangea Macrophylla, hardy in USDA zones 5 through 9, mountain hydrangea, Hydrangea serrata, zones 6 through 9, and oak leaf hydrangea, Hydrangea quercifolia, zones 5 through 9. Then there are the new wood bloomers, varieties that produce flowers on fresh spring growth. Panicle hydrangea, Hydrangea paniculata, one of the hardiest at zones 3 through 8, and smooth hydrangea, Hydrangea arborescens, zones 3 through 9. These have a little more flexibility. The August rule applies most critically to the old wood types. If you're not sure which one you have, the safest approach is to treat every hydrangea as an old wood variety this month. You will not lose anything by being careful. You will lose everything by assuming you don't need to be. The most misread signal in the summer garden is the afternoon wilt. You walk outside at 4 p.m., see your hydrangeas dramatically flopped over, grab the hose, and you probably didn't need to. Hydrangeas have shallow, fibrous roots that lose moisture faster than they can resupply in summer heat. But after a cool night, they typically recover completely on their own. Use the morning test. If your hydrangea is still wilted before 8 a.m. after a full night to recover, it is genuinely thirsty. If it looks fine in the morning but flops at 4 p.m., that is completely normal summer behavior. Always confirm with the finger test. Push 2 inches into the soil, and if it's dry at that depth, water. When you do water, follow 4 rules. 1 to 2 inches per week in volume, 6 to 8 inches of soil depth per watering, 2 to 3 deep soakings per week rather than daily light sprinkles, and always water in the early morning at soil level to prevent fungal disease. Never water the foliage. Warm, wet leaves in humid conditions invite botrytis and leaf spot immediately.
For container gardeners, everything changes. Pots dry out dramatically faster than garden soil. Check potted hydrangeas every single day in August. And in a heat wave, they may need water daily. Never allow them to stand in a saucer of pooled water. Roots sitting in standing water will rot from the bottom up before you even notice.
If there is one thing you do today after watching this video, make it this: mulch your hydrangeas. Mulch is the only thing in your garden that keeps working while you are not there. It slows evaporation from the soil surface, stabilizes root temperature during heat spikes, and suppresses the weeds that would otherwise be competing for the exact moisture your hydrangea needs to set those invisible buds. Apply 2 to 3 inches of organic mulch around the base. Hardwood bark, composted wood chips, or shredded leaves all work beautifully. But here's the detail most gardeners miss. Pull the mulch back 1 to 2 inches from the woody stems of the plant. Mulch packed directly against the stems holds moisture right at the crown, which creates the perfect conditions for rot. You want to insulate the roots, not smother the base of the plant. Think of it as a protective ring, not a blanket.
August is the month when well-meaning gardeners do the most damage with a completely innocent pair of scissors. The faded brown flower heads look terrible, the plant looks disheveled, and the impulse to tidy it up is completely understandable and completely costly. Those invisible buds forming right now in the joints of the stems are next year's flowers. And when you prune an old wood hydrangea in August, you are cutting them off the plant and dropping them on the ground. The punishment is delayed by 10 months. When June arrives with no flowers, you will blame the winter or the soil, never realizing the damage was done right here, right now, with the best of intentions. For old wood types, big leaf, mountain, and oak leaf touch absolutely nothing in August except dead, broken, or diseased wood. If you must remove a spent flower head, cut immediately below the flower, no lower than the first pair of healthy green leaves beneath it. Any lower than that, and you have removed a bud site. For new wood types, panicle and smooth hydrangeas, pruning now is less catastrophic since they bloom on fresh spring growth. But even these are better left alone, as aggressive cutting can trigger soft new growth that won't harden before the first frost. When in doubt, put the shears down. The plant's appearance this August matters far less than its performance next June.
The other well-meaning mistake of August? Fertilizing. The logic seems sound. The plant is building buds. Surely it needs nutrients to fuel that process. So you reach for the fertilizer and give it a generous dose of nitrogen-rich feed. And you have just sabotaged next year's bloom. Here is what nitrogen actually does in late summer. It tells the plant to push out a flush of new, soft, tender growth. The plant obeys. Fresh green shoots appear right when the plant should be doing the opposite, slowing down, toughening up, and preparing its tissues for winter. This soft, immature growth has no time to harden before the first frost arrives. The frost kills it, and since those tender stems are the carriers for next year's flower buds, you have just dismantled your own display, one stem at a time. Put the fertilizer away. It will not fix a hydrangea that refuses to bloom. The fix for that is everything else we've talked about in this video. If you want to fertilize, do it in early spring, not now.
Now for the good news, because August isn't only about what to avoid. There is one genuinely exciting thing you can do this month that could save you $30 per plant in free hydrangeas. August is the single best month to take cuttings. The stems are firm enough to root successfully, but still have the energy of summer behind them. Here is the exact process. Step 1. Selection. Take a 6-inch cutting from a stem that is not currently flowering. Flowering stems are putting all their energy into the bloom. Non-flowering stems are focused and available for root development. Choose the non-flowering stems every time. Step 2. Preparation. Cut just below a node. That's the joint where a leaf meets the stem. Then strip all the leaves from the lower half of the cutting, leaving only the top 2 or 3 leaves. Step 3. The leaf technique. This is the detail most people skip and the reason their cuttings fail. Cut those remaining top leaves in half horizontally, across the middle. The reason: your cutting has no roots yet and cannot pull up moisture to replace what it loses through its leaves. By reducing the leaf surface by half, you dramatically reduce moisture loss, while still leaving enough leaf surface for the cutting to photosynthesize. It is a simple cut that makes an enormous difference. Step 4. Planting. Push the cut end into a free-draining rooting mix. Perlite and peat moss is ideal. Water it in. Step 5. Protection. Cover the cutting loosely with a clear plastic bottle with the bottom cut off. This creates a humid microclimate around the cutting without cooking it. Keep it in a bright location out of direct sun. Within 4 to 6 weeks, you will have rooted cuttings ready to pot up into individual containers, and by next spring, free hydrangea plants ready for the garden.
The secret to a spectacular hydrangea display next June is not a miracle product, a special fertilizer, or a new variety. It's the quiet, consistent work you do right now in August, when the plant looks tired, the season feels finished, and the temptation to walk away is at its highest. Water deeply, mulch faithfully, put the shears and the fertilizer away, and take those cuttings. Do those 4 things this August, and next June will take care of itself. Subscribe to Cultivar Home and Garden for new videos every week, and we'll see you in the next one.